Control had been the word that did not associate with Man United playstyle this season. It even went so far to become an uninspiring nor a surprising statement. Man United midfield, apart from the groundbreaking arise of Kobbie Mainoo, whom thrive on controlling the pace of the game, can be a deeper line playmaker, but other midfielders like Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes were hot potato players, much more keen or maybe too keen to release the balls to wingers, has Man United playing any team had been a struggle to control games. While aside from midfield starters, the result for Man United midfield were a lot to be desired as well. Ederson, whom was a classic and a rare pass-first mentality playmaker, but no longer had the physicality to match the action-packed Premier League. Mount with all the assignments, still do not see himself settle down in the team. While McTominay was a midfield but hardly possessed any quality or real quality as a midfielder. Amrabat, although shows his proficient in the middle, but his slow feet hindered himself, especially on the defensive end. These midfields really led to a huge number of concerns, either on the offense and the defense. But the great news was that given a whole new structure can be expected from the acquisition of Sir Jim, many players might have been shown the exit door, but at the same time, there will be a new bloods or many new bloods coming to Old Trafford. One of the midfield from a familiar club had been linked to Man United under a surprising manner due to the fact his name, similar to how Højlund was not linked to Red Devils prior to the recent times. Of course, the man, the myth, is none other than Ederson from Man City. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Not the Brazilian from the oil club, but this Ederson. So in this video, we'll have a look on the little of the background, strength, weakness, and will Ederson be the next priority midfield signings for Man United? In case you didn't know, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I am Marvin, codename CM. Welcome to the Code United channel once again. If you stumbled into this channel in any shape or form, took an interest in this kind of content, do please like, share and subscribe to this channel, as each of your precious subscription will be a massive motivation for me to upload new content. And don't forget to ring the notification bell for every new upload. With that said, let's get straight into the video. Ederson Jose dos Santos Lourenço da Silva. That was one hell of a long name, but we will just refer him as Ederson for the sake of this video. Born in Campo Grande, Brazil, 7th of July 1999, making him 25-year-old this year. Ederson spent his earlier years in the Desportivo Brazil Academy, where although Ederson do not have the best luck nor a recognition during his youth career, he maintains a steady rise through the ranks within the Brazilian and Italian football. Ederson eventually had his big break while being loaned on Cruzeiro in 2018 due to the squad depth issue, and eventually went on to sign on a permanent terms. Ederson continued his good work into the 2019 season, however his team's disastrous campaign leading to their relegation to Serie B. He managed to be the bright spot, and as a result he was picked up by Corinthians on a free due to a dispute on the unpaid wages. He then signed for Fortaleza and helped them qualify to the Copa Libertadores of 2022. On 30th January 2022, Ederson signed a contract with Salernitana in Italy and managed to help them with their great escape despite their poor start to the Serie A campaign, playing a very crucial role in a side generally reliance on the counter-attacking playstyle. With just 6 months down the line after playing 15 matches for the Italian side down south, at the same year, Ederson was shipped off to Atalanta with a fee of 21 million euros, a hefty sum for someone with that young of an age, but a gamble that seems to be paying off considering Atalanta were in need of fresh legs in the middle of the park. His time at Atalanta has proved to be a huge success, shows a lot of promising talent which did attracted some mild interests from some other middle clubs, and particularly Man United from the Premier League, and among others being linked to the box-to-box midfielder. Going through his background, what is the strength of Ederson as a player? Three of his strengths can be associated with him. First was his physical defensive presence, second is his aerial presence, and third is his battering ball carrying ability. Starting with his money-making ability, defensive presence, standing at 6'1", 87 kilograms, making a strong opposing player in the middle of the park. Ederson play more as a left-sided centre midfielder in a 3-4-3 formation, which Atalanta act as the link between the offense and the defense. While Ederson is no offensive conductor as a number 10 or a quarterback, rather he is an all-action, well-rounded box-to-box midfielder. Instead of kick-starting and on the attacking side, Ederson had much more influential on the defensive end. Possessing high work rate and engine, Ederson covers massive ground, being light on his feet plus not shy in getting himself dirty using his long limbs allowed him to tackle and face up dangerous attackers. His stats thus shines upon his ability, with 1.4 dribblers tackle sit at 90 percentile combined with 59.3 dribblers tackle sit at 93 percentile illustrated his amazing defensive ability. Apart from tackling prowess, Ederson also contained great anticipation with 1.66 passes blocked and 1.42 interception, show his front-footed defending, breaking up offensive plays on the opponent. Aside from that, Ederson is capable using his physical gift to provide an aerial threat, even standing at a decent 6'1" and aggressive in dueling for the ball. Ederson had won close to 60% of his aerial duels, sit at 87 percentile. With this season, 2 out of his 5 goals came from his headers, indicate his highly rated heading ability. Furthermore, on his strength, being a Brazilian himself, Ederson contains a silky smooth footwork, especially on his technical aspect. But before joining Atalanta, Ederson had been lauded to be one of the best young central midfielder when it comes to ball carrying duty. During his stint with Salernitana, Ederson ranked in the top 20 central midfielders in X threat from carries per 90s, the data sourced from the codename.com. The data also without any possession adjustment, just pure damage he added after arriving from Brazil. You can even make the case that he jumps to top 15 if we account for players that Soccerman classify as central midfielders, even though they are much more attacking oriented like Michael Olise, etc. According to the FB Reps, Ederson 1.86 takes on attempts sit at 72 percentile, might not speak much, however he has 66.7% successful take on sit at 87 percentile, really highlighted his amusing ball carrying ability. In addition, Ederson also has the second most touches and progressive carries in Atalanta squad. With his high number of successful take-ons, helped Atalanta having the best successful take-ons among the Serie A this season with 47.4% shows the impact of Ederson provided to Atalanta. Even with the strength and positive provided by Ederson, no doubt he still has some areas for improvement. To me, 2 of the areas require him to be considered. First is his passing or playmaking. Being a central midfielder, favor more on carrying the ball. His 82.6 passing completion sitting at 49 percentiles, the middle of the bunch, can be worrying sign. Although might not be the outlet as a playmaker from deep, rather act more as an outlet for ball progression using his excellent dribbling. Ederson, because of his ball carrying duty, allowed him to progress the ball in a certain pace, thus he usually need to release the ball during a flow of action, resulted his below average in short passing and unusual higher number in the medium range passing. But the great thing within his game was Ederson had the vision and range to release switches passing with 0.67 per 90 sit at 82 percentiles. Another weakness in his game following on his passing was Ederson could not be the main offensive output, as with his flair and ball carrying ability, killer pass or key pass, goal creating action was not his forte, with the data shows that apart from take-ons and defensive action, his other aspect in goal creating really at the downside, as the Atalanta midfielder would function best as a battering ball carrying midfielder. Balancing between the strength and weakness should Man United get Ederson into the team? The short answer for me is a definite yes. With Casemiro showing obvious aging in his game, Manu showing his promising to be a well-rounded midfielder, Man United moving on would need a midfielder that would have high work rate, great technical ability, especially on the ball carrying duty, and a defensive shield. Ederson absolutely suited the criteria flawlessly. Even though Ederson playmaking might not be his strength, but Manu certainly could help this out, while Ederson might task more of the ball carrying midfielder with high engine up and down the field. Besides, Ederson only at the age of 25 provided a much needed, fresh, young plus energized leg into Man United can be highly crucial. With the price at possible 34 million, combining the positive relationship between Atalanta and Man United, being that Man United obtained some of the significant talents like Diallo and Højlund, Ederson could be the next signing at a reasonable price to turn down. Hopefully, under a whole new footballing structure, Man United could have a look into Ederson. That's the end of the video. What do you guys think? Do you fancy Ederson in the Red Devil shirt, or would you approach on other option? Comment down below so that we can have a discussion. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one.